So we're back with Elite Entertainment. As I said, subscribe and like on the YouTube. So Elite Entertainment hyphen, some people might know it as a dash, Elite Entertainment, okay?
With a Z at the end.
Oh yeah, Tony Turner. What is it? So we got a Z at the end, okay? So basically we're back with Ras Demo, okay? We're gonna continue the story. We left off when he was about 17, mashing up the 17, 18, mashing up the place, north, west, east, all over the place. So we want to hear more about this gentleman and his story. So Ras, hand over to you.
Yeah, so 18, 19, I went to America for the first time because my dad and my granddad lived out there. And went out there, and my dad's friend actually put me in a DJ contest. Means I'm on the right competition, you know. I don't mind clashing, but you see. But anyway, ended up winning the DJ contest. Came back to England, Justice, ended up clashing, be a different sound. Yeah, I mean, then from there I actually started to get into the producing.
Right.
Because I used to be around Hachi Peng. Tipperton sound, and he would let us use his studio to go and do our dubs with Justice. So I used to do a little producing with him, and you know what I mean. And then I would say, well, I went back to America when I was 20, when I was 21.
Okay.
And then I stayed out there for a year.
Okay.
And I ended up touring with Bounty Killer, Lady Patra, and Roundhead, and that's when the name changed to Demolition, man. Because I was.
How did that change? What was the circumstances?
So I was living with my dad. I was a bit destructive, a bit not clumsy, but my father sleep on a whole nice sofa.
Oh wow. Okay.
Rock and lamp. Must be my daddy watching. I say, yo, it's like you come to demolish my place. So anytime we're going out, like, yo, Demolition man, come. And they used to like it. And then my cousin Cyrus, at the time his name was Diamond from Justice, came out to America as well, and stayed with me for 2 weeks. And we went to a roadblock party, and I went there and made him DJ, and a man come over to me. And then time I was singing and DJing, innit? And a man come up to me and said, yo, you see when you sing, you sound like an angel, but you see when you DJ, you demolish the place. And I was like, wow. And then that time my cousin was calling himself Cyrus, the girl, Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah, okay.
So everybody like had an alias, innit? You had Bounty Killer, Walla, then. So I thought, you know what? Wayne Young, alias Demolition Man. So when I'm singing Wayne Young, Demolition Man came into it. So basically, I ended up touring with Rounded and Bounty Killer. That was the first time Bounty Killer came to America. How I ended up doing that was my dad's brethren was this guy Byron Jr. He was the road manager.
Okay.
He was Banky and specialist.
Specialist.
But he was the road manager for Patra.
Okay.
And Rounded and them at the time. So he was at the office in America. He was in Brooklyn, in New York. I was in Hartford with my dad, and he's called me from the office. I didn't know what he was doing, but the man's called me, put me on a loudspeaker on the phone, and goes, "Yo, you see them lyrics that we that DJ to me, DJ." So he's trying to get me on the show.
Okay. But
this time, Banky and specialist are listening. So he goes, "Give me some lyrics." So I gave him 3 different lyrics. We gave him a singing one, a culture lyric, and then a fast one. And then the man goes. I heard the man and say, yeah man, him there on the show man. I was like, what happened? He goes, yeah, I've just got you on the show, you're coming with us.
Wow.
I was like, bro. So, went to Boston, we went to Washington, then we went to Boston, and then where I was staying, Hartford, but that's when I got my first boo. I never experienced a boo like this in my life.
And I was going to ask you what it was like. You know?
It was a biased boo though. We went to Washington, and I think it was a predominant American crowd.
Yeah.
And that time, Bounty's 20. I'm 20 because we're the same age. He's 21, and it's the first time coming to America. They didn't want to hear nobody else. So who came out? You had Honorable Apache. He's from Florida.
Okay.
He come out. They gave him about maybe 2 minutes. Booed him off.
Wow.
Then Willy Wonder, this white dread, came out. They must have gave him a minute. Booed him off. I came out. Bro, I must have went, yeah. Boo! All I said was, yeah. Boo! So
Yeah.
after that, the compare come on and go, no, we can't have no more boy no. Where the one? Bounty. Who the one? You want Patra? No. You want Ronet? No. Who the one? Bounty. Bro, you see when Bounty came out, it's like God stepped in the place. All who not smoke have lighter. That's the most lighter I've seen in my life. He had come out and people dead. Mash up the place, but then he said, yo, you know when I like how the artists have come out and boo.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did that.
Well, that's good, that.
And he
That's
said,
good.
so he called me back out, made us come back out and do a one trip. That means I
respect Bounty, man.
Then we went to Boston, nice of the place, and then Hartford, and yeah, I kind of stole the show in Hartford because it's my hometown and everybody knew me already. So I done the lyrics with Patra. Patra had a tune at the time. I got a real man problem. So I had to say that later. Patra said she have a man problem. Demolition one want to solve them. I got my casting man ball in a whole heap of different ways. If me ever give her foot on shoulder, she not gonna stop until it's over. Yo, that's how we mash up the place. She come out and say, yo, that English boy, come on. And she called me out and start DJing the lyrics again. Yeah, so that's when the name Demolition Man.
What do you? What would you prefer, or where would you prefer to live? America
Well, I was living
or
in,
UK? You've lived both.
Well, I was living in Canada for 10 years. We didn't even get to that part yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually prefer living out of England, man.
Really? For what reason?
Because you get more respect out of your hometown. You know they say kid don't get no honor in his hometown. You see when you're in the boat, they miss you like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and it's just liberty is better. It's better, man. England is, sorry, my place, I love it, but it's going down, you know what I mean? But yeah, so from there, that was 93, 94. Yeah, so 94, my cousin calls me, yo, you need to come back to England. I'm like, what? Jungle is mashing up the place. I'm like, what? Because my label's doing things, and he had a label called Straight From The Bedroom, and he had a couple of tunes that was mashing up the place. So he's like, you need to come back to England, bro. But I was out there for a year, so I've come back to England now. I'm walking down Westfield Road. My brethren Renault, James, who was in Inting Sound, I actually learnt to harmonise from him and Richard Davis. Them two was like, when they sing, it's like, yeah. So he's like, yo, that tune you done with Bikey, pretty looking girl, he wants to remix it and do it in jungle. I'm like, no man, that's our lyrics, man. Like, I've got better lyrics. Furthermore, when's he want to do it? He's like, he's got a studio in Wood Green, he wants to talk forward tomorrow. I was like, yeah, alright then, I'm going to come with my producer. So I've gone down there with my cousin Terry T, his daughter with him. So I've gone in the booth, them times there, like everybody had their slogan, innit? Leading man like, oh God, bad man wicked anytime. So mine was fire, one day please down, demolition, never break a nice one, Nazi and fire, on the fit, the coach and lighter, right now we have something fit and lip it. And then you go into your lyrics. So I done that, then I done fit the Now that was a style. Now you know when you're in a sound, if one man have a style, anybody else could use it with a different lyric, innit? So Frisky done had a style at that time. It goes, his style was me on the road boy, Frisky done, ride on the version, ride on the rhythm like a horse panel. And then he came with this one and the second one, to the road by Frisky done, this one on the ride rhythm with the roughneck fixer. So then I came with and that's how the tune Fire came about, the jungle tune. And yeah, when I left the studio, I weren't reading. Like when I done the my name is weird on your list, that was like a 5-minute thing with me first. I've left the studio and I'm like, alright. 6 weeks later, it's my biggest tune right now. Whoa. That tune that let me travel the world. That jungle tune there.
Whoa.
I'm still travelling up today, and I've got an Asian tour coming up. I ain't been there's so much places where my name is and I haven't been there because of that jungle tune. That's jungle tune there, mate. Trust me. I really give thanks for that tune there because it opened so much doors for me.
So did you venture into garage?
Whoa, that's another thing now. Flipping out. I'm glad you mentioned that because I would have forgot that. Flipping out. So, my cousin Terry T, now, that was like my teacher. 97, we had a studio, Garment Road. Yeah, where Garment Rooms is right now. We had a studio in there. And that was thanks to Ras Solo, who had a sound in Tottenham, Black Nation sound. He took me under his wing. Like, he wanted me to voice some dubs for him, and he's called me around his house, and I voiced 7 tunes in one day. I built 7 rhythms and voiced them in one day. And he was like, already, I've got bare man around me. When I try to get tune all the time, I can't get one tune, and you come in one day now. And then cut a long story short, he had a studio in his house, took it out there, put it in garment rooms for me and Terry to do our thing. He showed me about PRS. He was like my manager.
Okay.
I turned Rasta because of him, I'm not gonna lie, because he was at Ras and he kind of brought me back to my roots and made me. Them time I weren't reading Bible, I'm not gonna lie. You understand? I went to church, man, even though my granny made me, you understand, my rebel, you see me? And then he made me know myself. That was 94, and that's when I locked up. You know what I mean? And we had a studio, 97, and that's when I got to work with Johnny Osborne for 6 months.
For 6 months?
He was in England for 6 months. He came here to do dub plates, come to our studio to do dub plates, ended up staying in my studio every night for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And he was him, Ninja Kid, Josie Wells, and Brigadier Jerry. And Johnny Osborne loved the vibe so much, he used to come to the studio every day because he had a child in Tottenham. So he was staying in Tottenham and he would come in, stay in the studio so for 2 weeks. Every night, me and him was there, billing tune. And that was when, 97 was when I actually wrote my last lyric, because I actually watched him go in the booth and voice a tune without writing it. And that inspired me, and I never wrote a lyric again, everything just, you know what I mean? So that was 97, 98, I'm touring with Fire. You know what I mean? But Jungle's mashing up the place, taking me everywhere, but reggae's my thing, really.
Reggae,
I remember doing my first Jungle show in Birmingham, and it was that guy, what's his name, man? I'm flipping out. The singer, man, I forgot his name, man. But I was the only act on the show that was Jungle, and everybody else is reggae. I was pissed. I see my white brothers come on the show, mash up the place. He's put me on because the guy who produced the tune was his show. So he just put me on to promote the tune. I've done alright, but we want that reggae tune. We can't that reggae tune. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that I would say for years.
But it's the same like with General Levy, innit? When he did the Jungle tune.
That
just
that
just elevated.
Jungle Fire went to number 33. In the national charts.
Wow.
Yeah, because he had the white label mix, and then when they had the urban shakedown mix with Mickey Finn and Aphrodite, that went to number 33. I mean, they asked me to go on top of the pops, but when we heard how much money they might offer, I said, like, what, £150?
Serious?
£150 they were offering at the time, and I can't remember what the rules and the stipulations was, but them time I'm not gonna lie, that's another interview, but the tune Fire, the journey wasn't really smooth like that. I mean, there was some skullduggery that went on behind it. That's why I didn't turn up to the video shoot. You know what I mean?
What we saying about interview, we still got time, you know?
Well, basically...
Well, it's entirely up to you if you want to go down that line.
Prisoner went and signed the contract without my knowledge. And the contract
Prisoner is who?
The guys who built the track. Prisoner featuring Demolition Man. And they went and signed the contract without my knowledge. Must have collected 10 grand. And it was meant on the strength that they get another album as well. So they were meant to give the label another album from me.
From you, and you don't know about it.
And I don't know about it. And then me and my cousin Terry's only got a grand each. And I've signed something I didn't realise. I was young, innit? And I've signed away the title of the track. So I can't even... me and my cousin own the track now, but we can't call it Fire because they own the title. Because I signed away the title. I didn't realise what I was doing. You know what I mean? But then when I didn't turn up to the video shoot, because they said, look, we're going to give you 300 tickets. I'm like, no problem. So it's like, we see you this week. I'm like, right, I'm doing a video 2 weeks. I'm going to give you 10 tickets. I'm going to give you 10 tickets. If I get a video, man, 10 tickets. 2 days before the video shoot, we can't give you the tickets. Can you give us all the names of all the people you invited? And I said to them, can you do it in the evening? Because at that time, my child's mum, she at work, my sister, them at work. I want my family in the video. They want to do it 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't turn up. Big thing. Prisoner them come to my house, tried to offer me 50 grand to go to Jamaica and shoot the video. But in other words, it's like I wanted me to sell my soul, because like the man who I was around, they knew certain things, and the man them that actually was dealing with the label called it, their label was Labello Blanco, and that meant pure white, and these guys were ex-football. And you understand? And man, you know them time you're rebellious, I'm a Rasta man at the time, innit? And I heard these men were really, they just got money, and you get me? They're not on that, they're ex-football, you understand? So basically, I've gone to the label now, seen, what's his name, Pete Waterman. I'm walking through, and he's like, what? And I've got a big round table. The guys who own the label, how you didn't come to the video shoot? I'm not in it. Just sort out the percentage and who's supposed to get what, and that was it. Because I blocked it. Because certain men went and put their name on the record that they produced it and this and that. It was skullduggery, man. So I didn't realise the power that I had. My manager at the time, Solo, said, yo, just go PRS, put a block in. And it blocked it. Nobody weren't getting shit until that got sorted out. Me and one had that power, so that's why they had to call me up the office. And then everybody had to sort out their percentage, and we moved our ways. And I'm still here doing my team. The others are not. So I've prevailed off it, and I'm still living off it.
One other thing, Royal Albert Hall.
Woo! That was touring with Groove Rider, Fabian Groove Rider. They do like history of jungle. So it's like maybe a 2-hour show, and they start off with the big tunes from 92 up until 94, then 96, and then whatever. So that's why Kelly Rock was there, Gina, what's her name, was there, and yeah, that was a good experience. You know?
One extra.
Wait. All right. So the reggae, 2010. I got into the reggae. I was always into the reggae, but I started to voice for Peckins, and that's when the name changed to Ras Demo. Alias Demolition Man, that's through Pick Out Records. He was up there and he heard my tunes, and he said to Pickins, how old is he said, I want you. Ras Demo was like, oh, no, Demolition Man. And I was like, oh, you know him, we have my office right next to the studio. He said, if we're changing name to Ras Demo Man. So when I've gone up there, Pickins said to me, you know Pick Out? I was like, yeah. You heard your tunes, and boy, the man said, you're changing them to Ras Demo. I just took it, because me Levi, but Babylon term Gemini, innit? So I split personality. So the jungle, a Demolition Man, and the reggae is Ras Demo. You know what I mean? So that's from 2010, and that's when the reggae started to evolve, and I started to get more reggae shows now.
Yeah, because the tapes and tunes that I've heard from you, you've got a Pacific style. Where did that style come from? Did you make it yourself, or
you know what? It just came naturally.
Because you don't sound like nobody else.
Father, give me that style. You know what I mean? Like, I've never sat down and say I want to do this. It's just naturally come to me. You know what I mean? It's just naturally come that way. But one extra, I've gone on there because of the reggae voicing with Peckins now, because my shows are predominant jungle.
Yeah.
But anytime I go to a country, I'd have my CDs at the time, innit? And
you just give them out.
I would not even give them out. When the promoter picked me up, I put my CD in the car.
Hey, play this,
It's all my production, they were hearing. So they were hearing this, who's this? I'm like, me, but before you just do jungle music, no. Me a reggae man, jungle bust me, but this is me. So now, my shows are 50-50. I'll be doing a jungle show and they want me to do reggae. I'll be doing a reggae show and I've got to end it with fire.
Okay, I see.
You know what I mean? So I'll be doing a festival. Friday I'm doing a jungle stage. Saturday I'm doing the jungle stage. Sunday I'm doing a reggae stage. So I get the best.
You get the both of both best. Okay,
both.
So we're gonna move on to what?
Sorry, I didn't miss out. You asked me about the garage.
Yeah, the garage. Yeah.
2004, I produced my first garage team. We had a crew called Demlot.
Okay.
Then we had a tune called Demlot. And we actually got signed through a management crew for that. You know what I mean? So that was my first actual release on a garage track. That was my first production, 2004.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right, I'm gonna jump right forward to what you've got planned. Okay, for the future.
For the future.
Okay, we're gonna condense it though.
Okay. So alright, I'm working on my jungle album right now.
Yeah.
I'm working on my reggae album right now with all the tracks that's produced by me. You understand? One drop and stuff, and then I've got the Studio One / Peckins album coming out as well. Finally, we're gonna do that as well. The 14th of December, which is next week Sunday, I've got my first ever live performance headline show, Ras Demo, performing Lower Third Club, which is 26 Denmark Street, WCH2 8NJ. I'll be performing for an hour and a half.
Yup, town.
It starts from 7 till 11. Alan Brando and Kenny Ken will be doing their thing. And our show time starts from 8:30 until 10 o'clock. I'm doing an Asian tour in April. The list is I'm going to have to go in the phone because the list of the places that I'm going is quite big. So I actually have to go in here to look. Here we go. So I'll be doing Japan, China, India, Philippines, Vietnam, Singapore, Australia, Indonesia, Thailand, China, Malaysia, and South Korea and Cambodia. So I'm doing that in April. Yeah, so
Big
basically,
respect. Big respect.
just looking to just tour and be more consistent in releasing my own production, because I have my label ELITE Production, and I'm working on my son's tracks as well.
Yeah.
On my son's singing. Actually got a track with me and him on a DC rhythm. I don't know if you know that. It's a track. John Jamie's son. He produced this album, and it's a tune called By My Side. And it's with me and my son, Donny D. Go and check that out. You know what I mean? And yeah, I've just got a jungle tune coming out in the next month. I'm a junglist, and yeah, it's just basically I'm just looking to be consistent and tour and just put out more tune. And I've got my birthday dance next year as well, the 30th of May.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be in Camden.
Oh, Camden.
Yeah,
You'll have to come 18th of 18th of January, my one.
So yeah, that's what I'm
No, for real. You know what? It's been such a eye opener from what you've told us, because you hear the names, but you don't know exactly what they're doing. I don't even know if you still even singing or anything.
Yeah, man, I got tunes coming up with. I got me and Queen Omega, me and Jamaican.
She's a tough artist.
Yeah, me and Johnny Osbourne. I got a tune with me and Sizzler. That's my production. A tune with me and Chronic Law. My production. Tune with me and Shano. My production. That's all these tunes.
That's why I'm glad you did this podcast, because people out there can see what you're doing.
Well, I've got 800 unreleased songs, so I don't need to voice for the next 2-3 years if I don't want. But you know, you have to keep up with the time.
And also, you're a prolific writer. One of the things that I picked up on is that we didn't even touch on the jammy stuff.
Yeah.
But that put you under a little bit of pressure to produce.
Yeah,
lyrics, right?
I recorded two albums for King Jammy's 2007, and yeah, I performed on Sting 2012 as well.
What?
Yeah, performed on Sting 2012. So yeah.
Well, you know what? This is just, as I said before, it's just been an eye opener, and I'm sure the people out there who watches this, they're just grateful to hear exactly. You know, we'd say homegrown artists, yeah. We'll put it like that. Yeah, homegrown artists, and it's doing things out there in the big world, and yeah, we like that. And you know, that's what this platform's for, to highlight these things. We're gonna have to wrap it up. Sorry to say.
Yeah, man. The next one, me and my son.
You and your son, yep, 100%. You have to come back and bring your son.
Yeah, man.
And let's roll with that. So basically, is there anything you want to say to the people out there before we go? Well,
just give thanks for the support, for all the people who have been supporting, and for those who don't know me, jump on and come join this journey. You understand? Because it's going to be a pleasurous ride. You'll see. And just if you can, just stay tuned. I'm going to be releasing more tunes and just trying to be more consistent. You know what I mean? Because you don't get a lot of support from.
You know what? I'm going to do something unscripted. Can I hear a lyrics? Quick lyrics from you. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
You want to hear a quick lyrics?
I want to hear a quick lyrics.
Alright then. Do you observe the things around you when you walk? Everybody's here for your purpose in this world, so just play your part. Yeah, even flowers and plants and trees in the parks. All of the animals and insects in the world today play their part. Yeah, we got the moon to give us light when you walk the road at night, and the stars up in the sky, from so far they shine so bright. We got the oceans and the seas, the cool Pacific breeze. Give thanks to Mother Nature for the honey making bees, yeah. Right then we got jobs to do, everybody in the world got a job to do. For your purpose in life I'm telling you, cause you don't know what it could be, yeah. A lawyer, a doctor, a actress, a actor, a farmer man, a drive tractor. You could be a judge for X Factor, fly plane or helicopter, nurse with fix bone and fracture, a defender we play for the Raptor. What you mean, man?
You heard it from Ras Demo. What a man can Wicked, Elite Entertainment, yeah. Ras Demo, check it out. It's going to be on YouTube, and we're going to promote this one big time, okay? So from me,
thanks for coming.
Thanks for forwarding.
Respect.
See you later.